Planning a dream trip to Japan in 2025? You might want to pause for just a second. From rising transportation costs to evolving entry requirements and even new tourist pricing models, Japan is making significant changes this year that could reshape how you experience the country. Whether you're dreaming of cherry blossoms in Kyoto or sushi nights in Tokyo, these shifts might affect more than just your itinerary. They could also impact your budget, timing, and freedom to explore. But don't worry. With a little preparation, many of these changes can be turned into advantages for smart, flexible travelers. In fact, some updates, like improved visa systems or tech upgrades, might actually make your trip smoother than ever. We'll walk through everything you need to know, including how the Osaka Expo will affect travel flows, what's new with Japan's famous IC cards, digital border entry processes, and even why you might be paying more than the locals for the same train ride. Here's the full breakdown of what's changing in Japan this year and how to stay one step ahead, just like a seasoned insider. Number 1. IC cards are back, but with new rules. If you've followed Japan travel news over the last couple of years, you might remember the unexpected IC card shortage. Suica and Pasmo cards, those handy reloadable cards used for trains, buses, and even convenience store snacks, were limited due to a global chip shortage. The good news? In 2025, IC cards are finally making a comeback, but they're coming with a few new features and timelines you'll want to know. The standard Welcome Suica is now available again for tourists. It still comes with a 28-day limit, perfect for short visits. But here's the big upgrade. Mobile Welcome Suica now supports Apple Pay and is valid for 180 days. That's great news if you're planning a longer stay or simply want the convenience of tapping your phone instead of carrying a physical card. Now, which should you choose? For most short-term travelers, the physical Welcome Suica is more than enough, and it doubles as a fun souvenir with uniquely designed artwork. Plus, having a physical card can come in handy in areas with limited mobile reception or when your phone battery runs low. But for tech-savvy travelers staying longer, Mobile Suica is a game-changer. Just be mindful that some smaller shops, especially in rural areas, may charge extra fees for IC card purchases. When in doubt, cash remains king in many parts of Japan. Number 2. Train travel is changing. What to know before boarding. If you're planning to crisscross Japan by train, it's time to take a closer look at your fare expectations. In 2025, both Shinkansen and local metro systems are rolling out fare increases, some rising as much as 15%. That might not sound like much at first, but if you're hopping between cities or using trains daily, it adds up quickly. On the bright side, Japan is also rolling out a new tap-to-pay system across major metro areas like Tokyo and Osaka. Now, many stations accept international credit cards and mobile wallets directly at the ticket gates. That means you can simply tap your Visa, Amex, JCB, or even Union Pay card and hop on the train. No ticket machines, no top-ups, no stress. But, and this is important, not all stations are on board just yet. Rural lines, regional trains, and even some metro stations might not support tap-to-pay. So while it's tempting to ditch the IC card entirely, it's still smart to keep one as a backup, especially if your plans take you outside the big cities. Always double-check whether your destination station supports digital payments before leaving your card behind. A little preparation goes a long way toward a smooth travel day. Number 3. Fewer non-reserved seats on the bullet train. If you love the freedom of spontaneous train travel in Japan, there's one big change in 2025 you need to be aware of. The Nozomi Shinkansen, Japan's fastest bullet train between Tokyo and Osaka, is reducing its number of non-reserved cars. Car 3, previously non-reserved, will now be fully reserved. That means only cars 1 and 2 remain for travelers without a seat reservation. In practical terms, this makes it harder to board a Nozomi on the fly, especially during peak travel hours. So, if you're the type who likes to hop on a train last minute for a day trip to Kyoto or Nagoya, it's time to shift strategies. Booking ahead is now essential. especially during holiday periods or weekends. Fortunately, Japan Rail's smartphone apps make it easy to reserve and even reschedule Shinkansen tickets. With just a few taps, you can secure your seat and avoid the stress of standing in long queues or risking a full train. Number 4. Japan Expo 2025. Incredible, but prepare for chaos. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Expo 2025. This world-class event is happening in Osaka from April through October and is expected to attract over 30 million visitors. The scale is breathtaking: cutting-edge technology displays, visionary architecture, and sustainability solutions from across the globe, all centered around the magnificent Grand Ring, the world's largest wooden structure. But while the expo will be unforgettable, it's going to cause serious travel congestion, especially in and around Osaka. Hotels in the region, including Kyoto, Kobe, and Nara, are already seeing booking surges. Expect high prices and limited availability if you wait too long. If you're planning to attend the expo, make your reservations as early as possible. And if your goal is to avoid the chaos, consider visiting Japan either before the peak season in April or after the summer crowds thin out in September. These shoulder months offer a sweet spot of manageable crowds and comfortable weather. Number 5. The rise of dual pricing for tourists. Here's a trend that's catching more attention in 2025: dual pricing. In plain terms, it means tourists are being charged more than locals at certain attractions. You'll see this in places like Niseko's ski resorts, Kyoto city buses, Himeji Castle, and even some Okinawa theme parks. It's not a uniquely Japanese phenomenon. Many countries implement similar systems, but it's definitely something you'll need to factor into your Japan budget this year. So what can you do about it? First, plan for a potential 10–30% markup at high-profile destinations. Second, seek out local coupons or regional passes, which often offer bundled discounts that make up for the price difference. And third, perhaps most rewarding, venture off the tourist trail. Many lesser-known temples, hot springs, and scenic spots maintain flat pricing and deliver just as much magic, often with fewer crowds. Number 6. The new travel authorization requirement. Japan is preparing to launch its own version of the US ESTA system, called JESTA, the Japan Electronic System for Travel Authorization. While not fully active yet, it's expected to roll out gradually between now and 2030. Once in place, visitors from visa-exempt countries like the United States, most of Europe, Australia, and more will need to complete an online authorization before arrival. It's a quick form, a small fee, and usually takes about 72 hours for approval. Nothing too complex, but definitely something you'll need to plan for. Even though it hasn't launched officially, it's a good idea to keep an eye on the Ministry of Foreign Affairs website. That way, you won't be caught off guard by any last-minute policy announcements before your flight. Number 7. Pre-clearance testing has begun. Japan is currently piloting a pre-clearance system, starting with travelers from Taiwan. This means completing immigration checks before even boarding the plane. Think of it as fast-tracking your arrival process. If the trial proves successful, expect the system to expand to other countries like Singapore, South Korea, and Australia in the near future. For travelers arriving into Tokyo or Osaka, this could mean breezing through customs and heading straight to your hotel, skipping the usual airport bottlenecks. Number 8. Language and app updates to make life easier. Tech is making Japan more accessible than ever in 2025. One standout is the new Tokyo Metro for Tourists app, now available in multiple languages including English, French, Korean, Spanish, Chinese, and Thai. It offers route planning, airport connections, and fare estimates, all tailored for visitors. You'll also want to grab travel essentials like Navitime Japan Travel and the official JNTO app. These tools help you navigate stations, find nearby attractions, and even track festival dates or local bus schedules. Just a heads up, some of these apps require Wi-Fi or mobile data to function fully, so it's smart to download them in advance and consider getting a pocket Wi-Fi or eSIM before you land. Number 9. Final advice: how to travel smart in 2025. More than ever, 2025 is the year to plan ahead. From train seat reservations to hotel bookings near Expo venues, spontaneous travel is getting trickier, though not impossible. Consider traveling during shoulder seasons like early May or late September. Not only will you dodge the Expo's peak crowds, but you'll also enjoy more pleasant weather and lower rates. Embrace Japan's tech ecosystem, use Apple Pay, Mobile Suiza, and up-to-date apps to streamline your journey, and always stay informed with real-time updates on metro delays, crowd alerts, and local events. The more you prepare, the more rewarding your trip will be. Japan remains one of the safest, most enchanting travel destinations on Earth. But in 2025, the key is to travel smart. If this guide helped you feel more confident about your upcoming adventure, give it a like, share it with fellow travelers, and drop us a comment. What's the one experience you won't skip in Japan, no matter how much the rules change?